Good morning, class. Our today's topic is tenses. So, we will study about the tenses. Foremost, what is tense? The word tense is derived from a Latin word tempus, which means time. Now, we will discuss about the definition of tense. What is tense? So, tense. Tense is Tense is the form of a verb which shows not only the time of an action but also the state of an action is called tense. In other words, we can say tense may be defined as the form of verb which indicates time and state of an action is called tense. And one more other words, tense change the form of a verb. So this is the definition of a tense. Tense is the form of a verb. Tense is the form of a verb which shows not only the time of an action but also the state of an action or event is called tense. So my dear students, I have already written the definition of tense on the board. Tense is that form of a verb. Tense is the form of a verb which shows not only the time of an action, you have to remember this point, time of an action, but also the state of an action is called tense. It means we will study about the tense, the time of an action and state of an action. So there are three main tenses in English. First, present tense, second, past tense and future tense. Tense divided by sub part. One is present tense, second past tense and third future tense. And every tense has four parts: indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So my dear students, we will study about today present indefinite tense. So there are only three main tenses. First, present tense, past tense, then future tense. Every tense has four forms: indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So total number of tense, there are 12 tenses in English grammar. So we will discuss about present indefinite tense. What is the identity of present indefinite tense? So my dear students, this is very important point for you. Identity. What is the identity of present indefinite tense? Rule first. If subject is in singular number, you know very well there are two numbers in English. One is called singular number and other is called plural number. If subject is in singular number or third person, there are three person in English, you know very well. First person, then second person, then third person. You have already read about these things in previous classes. First person, I and we. Second person, only you. And third person, he, she, it, they, naming word, etc. So my dear students, you have to understand what is the identity of present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense, if subject is in singular form, if subject is in singular form, so we have to use this structure. Subject plus first form of verb, then object, then rest of the sentence. If you want to elaborate or extend your sentence, you have to use this format: subject plus first form of the verb plus object. But we have already mentioned, according to this definition, if subject is in singular form, yes, or we can say singular number. Subject plus first form of verb, all the first form of verb in a plural form always remember this thing. Subject, if subject is in singular number, and I have wrote on the board first form of the verb, all the first form of the verb is in plural form. So we have to know about subject verb agreement. If subject is in singular number, according to subject verb agreement, if subject is in singular number, we have to use singular verb. So my dear students, you have to identify subject plus first form of the verb, then add as or es. What do? Subject plus first form of the verb plus as or es is attached to first form of the verb, then object, then the rest of the sentence. Such as, or we can say, for example, Mahesh goes to office every day. Here is the subject is in third person. I have already mentioned here. First person belong to I and we. Second person belong only you, and third person he, she, it, they, and other naming word. It means Mahesh is belong to third person. It means here is the subject. Mahesh is in singular subject. SS means singular subject, and I have already mentioned the verb go, come, teach, laugh. It means all the first form of the verb is in plural form, and we have to mention singular form. It means go is the plural form of the verb. We have to attach es with the first form of the verb. It means goes, make first form. It means singular form of the verb. It means Mahesh singular सब्जेक्ट, देन गो प्लूरल फॉर्म, इसको कन्वर्ट करिएगा सिंगुलर फॉर्म में, तो गोज सिंगुलर फॉर्म बन जाएगा महेश गोज टू ऑफिस एवरी डे. हियर यू कैन राइट एवरी डे, डेली, एटसेट्रा. ओके. सेकंड, if subject is in plural form, if your subject is plural, so you have to use this subject structure, subject plus only base form of the verb is called the first form of the verb. It means first form of the verb, first form of verb and object. And if you have complement, you can write after that, etc. And last, you should not forget, we have to put full stop if sentence is in affirmative like this. If subject is in plural form, like we, more than one. We take bath. We take bath in the morning. You can write, you can take bath in every day. You can take bath in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, etc. So my dear students, the question arises where, which verbs ending as or es. We have to where. You have to understand, if any verbs last letter is o, double s, ch, z, etc. कि जिन वर्ब्स का लास्ट लेटर ओ हो, डबल एस, सी एच, जेड, ऐसे वर्ब्स के साथ हम लोग प्लूरल फॉर्म बनाने, प्लूरल से सिंगुलर फॉर्म बनाने में ईएस और एस ऐड करते हैं. ईएस कहाँ ऐड करना है? विच वर्ब्स एंडिंग लेटर इज इफ ओ और एस, डबल एस, सी एच, जेड, एटसेट्रा. We have to add es there. Like go is the plural form of the verb. Here is the mice is singular form of the verb. Then attach es. ये बन जाएगा आपका goes. Like do, then es equal to does. Like teach, t-a-c-h. I have already mentioned ch. Teach. Then es teaches. Etc. Like kiss, then double s, here is double s, so then es kisses, etc. So it means if subject, my dear students, here is very important point for you to understand. If subject is in first form of verb or third person singular number, we have to always make a sentence based on this structure. Subject, once again, subject when, if subject is in singular number or third person singular, so we have to use this format. Subject plus first form of the verb plus object s or es add to the first form of the verb, which verb's ending letter is o, double s, ch, x also, and z, etc. And if subject is in plural form, we have only used this sentence structure. Subject, then first form of the verb. All the first form of the verb is in plural form. First form of the verb is called also base form. Then किसी बुक में मिलेगा आपको कि subject then base form of the verb. So you have to understand base form of the verb is called the first form of the verb, and all the first form of the verb is in plural form. Subject, then first form of the verb, then object. Now we will make some sentences based on this structure. So my dear students, you will have to more and more practice so you can make sentence easily. It's totally up to you. You can make short sentence, and if you want to enlargement of sentence, it means extend or elaborate of sentence. It's totally up to you, my dear students. We will make some sentences based on first structure. Its subject is in first person, second person, or third person. Once again, you have to understand these points at a time in your mind. Keep in your mind. First person, I and we. Second person, subject you. Third person, he, she, it, they also. And naming word. Like first sentence, Monica needs a beautiful sweater for her younger sister. You have to good command over English grammar so that you can easily make sentences. Monica, I have already mentioned naming word. Here is the naming word, Monica. In which person? Third person. Third person, singular subject. Monica knit. I have already mentioned knit. K-N-I-T. K is silent here. Then we pronunciate this word knit. Knit is in plural form. In which form? Plural form. I have already mentioned all the form of the first form of the verb. That is called the base form of the verb. And all the first form of the verb is in plural form. So my dear students, Monica. Here is naming word Monica. We can write here C. We can use or we can use pronoun she for Monica. So in this way we can say she knits. It means knit. We have to attach S here. Always remember this point. Monica knits a beautiful sweater for her younger sister. Second, now we will have to use only pronoun. Third person, not first person, second person, third person. Okay, he teach. Then es, attack. It means teachers. He teaches us English with full dedication. My dear student, here also the subject. He is in third person singular subject, and you know very well, teach. Teach is the first form of the verb. It means all the first form of the verb is in plural form. So we have to make singular form. Why? Because our subject is he, singular form here. So teaches, it means teach. यहाँ पे समझने की कोशिश करिए. Try to understand this point. Teach वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म है. इसमें es ऐड करने से टीचर्स जो है ये सिंगुलर वर्ब बन जाती है. एस बी इट मींस सिंगुलर वर्ब. इट मींस इफ सब्जेक्ट इज इन सिंगुलर नंबर, ही इज इन सिंगुलर नंबर, तो वी हैव टू चेंज दिस फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब इज इन सिंगुलर वर्ब. ही टीचर्स अस English with full dedication, etc. You have to elaborate your sentence. It's totally up to you. My dear students, and one more thing for you. Without verb, we cannot make sentence. It means we have to use, here is the verb teach, and here is the verb knit. If अगर हमने यहाँ पे s लगा दिया, सपोज हमने लिखा कि मोनिका knit a beautiful sweater for her younger sister, this sentence is incorrect according to English grammar. Why? Because Monica is in singular subject, so we have to use s here. I have already told you, and I have already told you this thing about the definition. If subject is in singular number, he, she, it, they. Try to understand this point. They is in third person, but they is not a singular number. Now we have to make a sentence for they. They laugh. They laugh each other. And second, they sell their properties. देखिए का बहुत छोटे सेंटेंस है, आपको समझना होगा. You have to understand according to this. They laugh each other and they sell their properties. Here is the laugh and here is the sell. I have already told you and mentioned in the definition, if subject is in third person, and you can ask me, sir, here is the they is belong to third person, but my dear students, they is belong to third person, but they is not a singular. We have a condition, हमारे पास जो कंडीशन थी, सब्जेक्ट थर्ड पर्सन का सिंगुलर नंबर होना चाहिए. इट मीन्स मस्ट he, she, it, singular subject. They belong to third person, but they is not a singular subject. So in this way we can say they laugh each other. It means we have to use plural verb here. They also plural subject. If subject is plural subject, if your subject is plural subject, we have to use plural verb so that your sentence is correct. They laugh each other. They sell their properties. Now it's totally up to you. If you want to write like this, I have write long sentences based on this format. A thing of beauty. A thing of beauty covers a pall. A thing of beauty cover a pall of sadness and give us immense joy and happiness. Now you have to look at the board. A thing of beauty. I knowingly use this form of the verb cover. This sentence is incorrect. Why? Because a thing of beauty denotes only one thing, so that we have to use as or es. It means this verb's ending letter is r, so we have to use only as here. A thing of beauty covers a pall of sadness and gives us immense joy and happiness. So it's totally up to you, my dear students. You know very well about CBSE. CBSE is in bilingual and English grammar like mathematics. If you have good knowledge about subject verb agreement, you can write easily correct sentence on the board or in your textbook, etc. A thing of beauty. अगर मैं यहाँ पे लिखता things of beauties, तो मुझे यहाँ पे s यहाँ से रिमूव करना होता था. So that I have already written a thing of beauty. It means we have to use s or es with the first form of the verb. Second, एक बड़ा सेंटेंस ले लेते हैं. the child of an and the child of an elementary classroom, the child of an elementary classroom in a slum. So my dear students, look at the board. The child of an elementary classroom in a slum look pathetic and miserable. The child of an elementary classroom in a slum. The child, not children. The child of an elementary classroom in a slum. It means this is subjective part of your sentence. Sentence may be a single word like as a या man see it etc. and maybe more than one words. This is the phrasal and phrase, not phrasal, phrase group of words. The child of an elementary classroom in a slum look pathetic and miserable. You can write here condition also. According to the sense of sentence, if you are not going to add condition here, the sentence has full meaning. The child of an elementary classroom in a slum looks, you have to write here as, because the child of an elementary classroom in a slum denotes only one thing, and this is a phrase. And you know very well what is the definition of phrase. Phrase is a group of words which has sense but not complete sense. So in this way we can say the child of an elementary classroom in a slum looks pathetic and miserable condition, and if you want to remove condition here, the sentence has full meaning. The child of an elementary classroom in a slum looks pathetic and miserable. So my dear students, in present indefinite tense हमारे पास सब्जेक्ट के सिवाय वर्ब होना चाहिए like this, I go. This is also complete sentence. We learn. This is also perfect sentence. हम इसमें ऐड कर सकते हैं I go to temple every day. We learn a lesson every day, etc. Sentence has full meaning. It means without verb we cannot make sentence. Only we have three. So in this way we can say I go and we learn. In this sentence, it's go and learn here is a ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब. हमें अपना अर्थ को पूरा करने के लिए एक कॉम्प्लीमेंट की आवश्यकता होती है. आई गो, मैं जाता हूं. वेयर, नॉट मेंशन हियर, तो यू कैन राइट आई गो, दिस इज मैं जाता हूं. डेफिनेट कंप्लीट सेंटेंस, वी लर्न एटसेट्रा. दिस इज द फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब. इट्स टोटली अप टू यू. इफ यू वांट टू राइट लाइक दिस sentences, you have to. And one more thing, my dear students, subject, each and every subject has two parts. One is called subject part and other is called predicate part. Like this sentence, a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty is your subject in this sentence. Covers, जहां पर भी आपको वर्ब मिले, वो चाहे आपको लिंकिंग वर्ब हो, प्राइमरी वर्ब हो, मॉडल वर्ब हो या कोई भी वर्ब हो, तो आपको उससे जो लेफ्ट साइड वाला जो होता है वो आपका सब्जेक्ट होता है. एंड रिमेनिंग ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट, रिमेनिंग ऑफ द सेंटेंस पार्ट इज कॉल्ड प्रेडिकेट. तो यू शुड नॉट फॉरगेट ईच एंड एवरी सब्जेक्ट हैज two parts. One is called subjunctive part and other is called predicate part. But my dear students, you have to know about subject. First person, second person, third person. This is very important for present indefinite tense. Without knowing these things, you cannot overcome of present indefinite tense. And one more thing for you, you should not forget about tense. Tense is the backbone of English language. Now second, you. Second person subject, you. First person, I and we, etc. I teach to the students. I teach to the students of ऋषिराम शिक्षण संस्थान. This is also complete sentence. I teach to the students of ऋषिराम शिक्षण संस्थान. Here is I. Your subject I is first person. And my dear students, I is a singular subject. But I is not belong to third person. So in this way, we can only use teach here. Try to understand. This is really a complicated tense. But my dear students, if you want to more and more practice, you will definitely overcome of these tenses. I teach to the students of ऋषिराम शिक्षण संस्थान, etc. You can write sentence like I want to go temple, etc. It's totally up to you to make sentence. At a time, sentence structure is in your mind. I want to go temple. Here is go also first form of the verb. No need to go here. Here is also use of the verb go. Your main verb is want. और जहां पे हम लोग दो वर्ब एक साथ यूज करते हैं, यू हैव टू ज्वाइन प्रीपोजिशन टू फॉर एटसेट्रा बेस्ड ऑन, और दैट इज फॉर द सेंस ऑफ सेंटेंस. आई वांट टू गो टेम्पल एंड यू शुड नॉट फॉरगेट टू पुट फुल स्टॉप हियर. तो आई आपका सब्जेक्ट सिंगुलर नंबर तो है, बट वो थर्ड पर्सन नहीं है. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन नॉट एड एस और एस विद द फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ड्स. रिमेंबर दिस पॉइंट. This is very important thing for you, important point for you. If subject is I is first person because I is not belong to third person. So in this way we can use only I here. I want to go temple, etc. You have to mention the name of place. This is totally up to you, my dear. Now we. One more example for we, based on we. We worship, किस देवता की पूजा करते हैं? We worship गणेश every day. It's totally up to you, my dear. Worship पूजा करना. We यहां पर भी हमने वर्ब के फर्स्ट फॉर्म के साथ एस और एस नहीं ऐड किया. Why? Because our subject is in first person plural number and condition is that if subject is in plural number and third person plural, so we have to use worship here. And I we second person के लिए you. One more example, you go to merit, and other name is the. This tense is hypothetical tenses, my dear. एक काल्पनिक टेंस ही है. तो so you have to understand the format of only two format for you. Once again, my dear students, you have to make more and more sentences. If you have any problem, go to the structure first and after that you have to use any subject first related first person, second person or third person, and identify your subject is singular number or plural number. After that you have to add or use singular verb or plural verb. ये बात आपको समझनी होगी कि यदि सब्जेक्ट सिंगुलर नंबर का है तो वर्ब भी सिंगुलर नंबर की होगी, यदि सब्जेक्ट प्लूरल नंबर का है तो वर्ब मस्ट बी यूज्ड इन प्लूरल. सो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, वंस अगेन I will make a sentence structure for you based on revision, and in this structure you have to make more and more sentences. Once again, subject singular. Here is SS for singular subject. If subject is in singular number, so you have to use this structure: subject plus first form of the verb, then object. If you have sentence alignment, then you can write complement, etc. And you should not forget, at last you have to full stop here. And based on this structure, you have to make at least 10 sentences. Or subject singular verb, you should not forget as or es attached to the first form of the words. Second, if subject in plural number, subject क्या है, plural number में है, या आप you can write SP or PS, it's totally up to you. If subject is plural subject होने पर क्या हो जाएगा, subject plus base form of the verb, base form of the verb. And I have already taught you base form of the verb is called the first form of the verb. Base form of the verb is called the first form of the verb. It means you can say subject, then first form of the verb, then the rest of the sentence. Yeah, remaining subject जो भी दिया है, rest of the sentence, and you can say complement here. And you have also to make 10 sentences based on your structure by himself or herself. No need to write down from the sentence from book. Okay. Like one more example, singular subject. The Gangas, not Ganga. Always remember, because गंगा में आपने सुना होगा कि अलग गंगा ट्रिब्यूटरी रिवर ऑफ द गंगा. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन सी गंगा. द गंगा आपको लिखना होगा गंगेस, GAN, गंगेस. द गंगेस you can write springs from Himalayas. Don't be confused my dear students. गंगा जो है ये कई नदियों का क्या है, संगम है. इसमें न जाने कितनी छोटी छोटी ब्रुक्स और छोटी छोटी दैट इज कॉल्ड द स्ट्रीम्स मिली है. सो इन दिस मॉडर्न इंग्लिश ग्रामर में इसको गंगेस पढ़ा जाता है. यू कैन राइट ओनली गंगा, नो डाउट अबाउट इट. द गंगेस स्प्रिंग. अब आप यहाँ पे स्प्रिंग वर्ब यूज कर सकते हैं. इफ यू हैव साउंड वोकैबुलरी यू कैन राइट हियर स्प्रिंग. You can write come after that as comes, and you can write origin, etc. So it's totally up to you. You have to use the verb comes, springs, origins, etc. The Gangas comes from Himalayas, etc. So my dear students, it's totally up to you. You have to make more and more sentences based on this structure. Now one more example, plural verb. You, your subject is you. You is in plural form and you have to choose any verb. Like मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा, कोई verb लिखा learn, learn. You learn. अब now you have to good knowledge about the case of noun. Case of noun, for generally your knowledge, one is called nominative case. Nominative case. All these subjective case like he, she, it, they, etc. ये सारे nominative case में होते हैं. After that, objective case. Objective case. And third is possessive. Possessive case. So my dear students, you have to good knowledge about the case of noun, nominative case. If here is subject you, your verb plural verb learn, so you have to mention here you, subject you का possessive case होता है your. You learn your lesson. You learn your lesson. That is complete sentence. You can write. अगर आप इसको और लंबा बनाना चाहते हैं तो यहां पे लिख सकते हैं यू लर्न योर लेसन ऑनेस्टली एटसेट्रा. थैंक यू क्लास. टेक केयर. गुड बाय.